And then he says, we love him because he first loved us. And what letter are we reading from? We are reading from the letter of 1 John. Throughout this letter, you will not find the word mercy. You will not find the word grace. You will not find a lot of words that the Apostle Paul uses in his letters. And although the word grace itself is not present in this letter, the concept of grace and the idea of grace is most definitely present. As in this verse, we love him because he first loved us. So the only reason that we love God is because he first chose to love us and he first loved us. Earlier in the chapter in verse 9 he said, "In this was manifested the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him. Herein is love, not that we loved God, but that God loved us, and sent his Son to be the propitiation for our sins." Again, this is the concept of grace. We didn't love God. We didn't seek God. We didn't want God. We hated God, and we wanted nothing to do with him. But God loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation for our sins, sent his Son to be the payment for our sins. And these verses are very similar to the verses that the Apostle Paul tells us in Romans chapter 5. He says, "For when we were yet without strength, in due time Christ died for the ungodly." When we were without strength, when we had no power, in the right time, at the right time, Christ came and he died for the ungodly. For when we were yet without strength, in due time Christ died for the ungodly. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die. But God commendeth his love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. It's very important to understand what he's saying. He's saying, for scarcely for a righteous man will one die. He's saying it is very rare for someone to die for a righteous man. Imagine a very righteous man. It is very rare for somebody to die for that person. And it is even more rare for somebody to die for a good man. Like your parents, it's one thing to die for someone that you know, someone that you care about, your parents or your husband or your wife, or somebody that you actually know and actually loves you back. It's very rare to even find a love like that where somebody would actually die for a person that they love. But God commendeth his love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. So Christ didn't just die for people who loved him and people who were righteous and people who wanted him. He died for people who hated him and wanted nothing to do with him. And that is how he showed us his love. That is the kind of love that God has for us. But God commendeth his love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. So Christ didn't love us after we believed in him, after we were washed clean of our sins by his blood. Christ chose to love us when we were in our sins and when we were still enemies of God. He chose to love us, and he died in our place upon the cross. And this correlates with what 1 John says. Herein is love, not that we loved God, but that God loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation for our sins. And like he says in where we started off, we love him because he first loved us. So the very first person who initiated our relationship with God was not us, but it was God himself. He loved us, and he went after us, and he found us, and he drew us close to him.